All right, folks, welcome back to another market update for Halifax. This time we're doing August of 2023. I'm Tom Moore, a realtor here in Halifax, and we do a video on living in Halifax every week on this channel. Always getting reached out to people looking to move to Halifax. So if you're thinking about making that move or making maybe a sale in Halifax, then feel free to reach out to me. My info's below. But today we're doing a market update again for August 2023. Now, for people that are tuning into this for the first time, we always go through the first slide, I guess, slowly, which is Bedford, as you see down there. And I'll just kind of go over the stats from Bedford, what each and everything means, and then we'll what each and every stat means. And then we will go through the rest a little bit quicker. And then along the bottom on the actual YouTube bar there, you'll be able to skip. You should be able to see all the individual spots and whatnot. So depending on where you're looking, what you're looking for, you can just kind of skip along the bottom there. Okay. So first we got Bedford. Again, this first is going to show you kind of the area that we're drawing the data from. Okay, so Bedford total sales and days on market. So in each one of those columns, you're going to see two numbers. The first number, so 44 is last month's total sales. 34 is this month's, meaning August. So 44 is July, 34 is August for total sales. And then 11 is July and 16 is August for total sales. So the total sales obviously pretty self-explanatory. That means, how many sales actually occurred in the month of August. And then days on market is how long on average take House of Bedford to have a accepted offer on it. So in this case, we saw a little bit of a lengthen from 11 to 16. The showings per listing is how many people, how many families, how many groups are going through that house before they're accepting an offer, right? So on average, we're seeing about 7.5 groups. New listing, again, quite self-explanatory. Now we've kind of reached the peak during the summer, so we're going to start to descend into January and December, and then we will see it rise up again over the summer. Sale price to list price percentage. So this is basically if the house is for sale for $100, sold for in the month of August $98.1. So this is to give us information on how much competition there is in that specific market. And then the next ones will kind of tell us about the price ranges. So single family monthly comparison. This is a single family home. The number 2 below is the condo comparison. So the single family home, we saw a slight decrease to $655,000 on average. And the price per square foot, the next line down, that was for single families as well. We saw it stayed pretty much the same at $283 per square feet. The condo monthly comparison, we saw a pretty steep drop, 100,000. Again, in a lot of these neighborhoods, this is just to give you a general idea for where the price points are. You can have expensive things sell, you can have cheaper things sell in almost every single one of these neighborhoods. So those numbers can be a bit skewed, but it's to give you an idea, a better idea for what the kind of average price points are in each region. And then if you want to figure out what each region is like, you can always check my channel out. You got a lot of neighborhood walkthroughs, pros and cons videos and this and that. So you can kind of check that stuff out there. And then the price per square foot on the condos actually went up to $379 per square foot. Well, those newer condos, they have a little less square foot, but they're more expensive. So, all right, number 2, we got Bridgewater, about an hour away down the South Shore. So we got total sales. We had a big increase from 5 to 14, and days on market stayed the same at 9. Showings per listing was a slight decrease to 4, and new listings was 14. So a little bit of an uptick. Surprise there. Sale price to list price percentage 100%. And then the single family monthly comparison, we saw a drop to $380,000. The price per square foot also dropped from $308 to $260. Really should have gotten some water before I started this. Clayton Park West. Total sales and days on market, we saw total sales drop significantly by 16 to 19. Days on market, we saw it drop off 2 to 13. Showings per listing was 7.7, and new listings was 24, almost matching the July number of 28. Sale price to list price percentage, we saw it go up quite significantly here. In July, we saw it at 97.4%. In August, we saw 101.3%. So definitely meaning there was some activity there, where multiple offers were coming into play and people were up bidding. Single family monthly comparison, we saw it at 585, and then it went up $5,000 to 590 in August. Price per square foot stayed relatively the same, was 270, now 274. Condo monthly comparison, 380,000 was July, 365 was August. And the price per square foot, we saw it at 341 in July. It's now 352 in August. So Clayton Park stayed relatively the same. I guess the kind of outlier there was it went up about 4 points in terms of the list price to sale price percentage. So good news for the sellers, tough for the buyers. Cole Harbour. Total sales and days on market. Oops, 21. Sorry, it was 20 and 6. So almost stayed the exact same. Showings per listing and new listing was 10.6, which funny enough stayed the same, and 21. For new listings, excuse me. Sale price to list price percentage was 100% in July, went up to 103.5 in August. So pretty steep incline there. Single family monthly comparison, 433,000, down about 70,000 from July. Price per square foot went up about $20 to $272. Dartmouth. Okay, so Dartmouth just had a little minor panic attack there. I thought I was missing a meeting. Total sales and days on market, we had 42 and 6 respectively. Showings per listing and new listing, 9.6 and 61 respectively. Sale price to list price percentage, we saw still remaining quite high, but dropped two points to 104.1. Single family monthly comparison, we saw it stayed relatively the same at 505,000. Price per square foot went up about $15 to $279. Condo monthly comparison, we saw it go up to $469,000, and the price per square foot, we saw it go up $17 to $377 per square feet per square foot. Downtown Halifax. Total sales and days on market, 3 and 12 respectively. Showing per listing and new listing was 3.5 and 4. Again, this is all condos we're talking about here. Tends to be less people shopping for downtown condos because they do have a bit of a higher price point. It's a specific client that's looking to live in a condo downtown Halifax. Condo monthly comparison, saw it drop significantly from 900,000 to 625,000. And the sale price to list price percentage, I think I forgot that. It was at 100.6% in July. We now see it at 97.7%. Price per square foot was at $694. It's now at $724. Eastern Passage, Cow Bay. Kind of a nice beachy town mixed with a kind of old school fishing town in the Eastern Passage. Total sales and days on market was at 6 and 2 respectively. Showings per listing and new listings 5.2 and 20 respectively. Sale price to list price percentage saw it go up from 100 to 102.7%. Single family month comparison dropped to 342,000, and the price per square foot also dropped only by about $8 to $276 per square foot. Eastern Shore and Lawrencetown, kind of our foggier coast, but definitely some cottages up there. Total sales and days on market was 6 and 8 respectively. Showings per listing and new listings 5.5 and 15. Sale price to list price percentage is 102.2%, up almost 6%, which is quite significant. And single family month comparison was at 499. Now it's at 367,000. Price per square foot is $258 per square feet. Enfield. Definitely some new builds going on out here, as well as some larger lots. It's a pretty mixed bag out in Enfield right now. Total sales and days on market, 31 and 21 respectively. Pretty long for that, but again, with new builds, Enfield's about 40 minutes away. So it's a bit of a haul, and there's not as many people shopping around out there. Showings per listing, we saw 4.7, and new listings was 38. Holy, that's a big number. Sale price to list price percentage, we saw 100.9%. Single family monthly comparison went up to 550,000, spot 5. And the price per square foot also went up by about $17 to $265. Fall River, Nova Scotia just filmed a neighborhood spotlight, which we'll be putting out next week on Fall River. So stay tuned for that. Total sales and days on market, 7 and 3 respectively. Showings per listing and new listing, we saw 4.4 and 6. Sale price to list price percentage, 100%. And the single family monthly comparison dropped by about 200,000 to 630,000. Price per square foot, we saw it at 238, also a significant drop off. Fall River, you've also got a mixed bag out there. It's because you have these big, beautiful homes on the lakes, big, beautiful homes on large lots, and then you have more, I guess, normal homes. But you'll see it probably in the neighborhood spotlight next week there. Hammonds, Plains, Lucasville. Total sales and days on market. Total sales were 20, days on market 11. Showings per listing was at 5.5, and the new listing was 21. Sale price to list price percentage stayed the same at 98.4%. Single family monthly comparison was at $796,000, up 100,000. And the price per square foot was at 282. Now it's at 267. So we're just checking. Okay. North End Halifax. Total sales and days on market, 15 and 6 respectively. Showings per listing and new listings, 10.9 and 14. Sale price to list price percentage pretty much stayed the same at 100%. Single family monthly comparison went up significantly to 725,000. Price per square foot took a steep dive from $532 to $403. And the condo monthly comparison took a decent uptick from 460,000 to 518,000. Price per square foot was 626. Now it's 656. I don't know what occurred there in the North End, but obviously they sold a big property or two. Excuse me. Sorry, I was up very early this morning. The thing about the North End is you tend to have a much lower price point comparable to the rest of the peninsula. That 700 there is more West End, so I'd have to take a look at what recently sold to boost that up, but they must have a few if they have 15 total sales, and that's the number. So Sackville and Beaverbank, total sales days on market 46 and 6 respectively. Showings per listing and new listing was 9.4 and 52. Sale price to list price percentage, bit of an uptick to 103.8%, up about 1.5 points. Single family monthly comparison, 500, spot 5,000, and then 483,000. Price per square foot was at 251. Now it's at 268. Spryfield and Armdale. Something crazy happened here in the condo monthly comparison. I think it was the fact that they sold one condo, and it was one that was on the arm for, I think it was sold at 922. That's why that's so high. But anyways, total sales and days on market, 19 and 7 respectively. Showings per listing and new listing, 9.1 and 25. Sale price to list price percentage, we saw a slight uptick to 102.5%, and the single family monthly comparison was at 540,000. Now it's at 545. So slight uptick. Price per square foot was at 284. Now it's at 310. And the condo monthly comparison, we saw obviously a massive uptick from 351 to 922,000. Price per square foot, 312. It's now at 386. And that condo, again, very nice condo right on the arm, kind of right here on Spinnaker Drive, or right around there. That's where that property sold. So South End Halifax sold. Make those numbers tick up a bit more. Total sales and days on market, 16 and 21 respectively. Showings per listing and new listing, 4.5 and 10. Sale price to list price percentage, we saw it stay relatively the same at 96.3%. And then the single family monthly comparison was at 1.662. Now it's at 1.34. Price per square foot was at 570,000. Now it's at 455. Steep decrease there. Condo monthly comparison was 450,000. Now it's 570,000, and price per square foot ticked up significantly from 595 to 711. And that's probably because there were some ones in the Wellington, which is kind of our new build down there, tends to drive up prices overall. So short stats. Total sales and days on market, 18 and 35 respectively. Showings per listing and new listing was at 4.6. Now it's at 37. Sale price to list price percentage was at 92.4%. Single family monthly comparison was at 600,000. Now it's at 473. So down significantly. Price per square foot was at 312. Now it's at 294. And that's in the South Shore. You're going to find a mixture of beautiful oceanfront homes, and then people that live there year round, who where the properties are a little bit cheaper. Sydney stats: Sydney, Nova Scotia, capital of Cape Breton Island. Total sales and days on market, 35 and 5 respectively. Showings per listings and new listings was 8.1 and 20. Sale price to list price percentage, 103.7%. Single family monthly comparison, 290,000. Price per square foot, 171. So again, Sydney's quite far away, but people looking for a cheaper option, that might be for you. Okay. Tantallon, Hubley. Total sales days on market, 7 and 23 respectively. Showings per listing and new listing, 6.2 and 11. Sale price to list price percentage, we saw it at 97.3%, and the single family monthly comparison ticked down from 650,000 to 580,000. Price per square foot also went down significantly from 362 to 273. Timberlea and Beechville. Golf course. I just filmed a video walkthrough of a beautiful golf course home out there. So that's on my channel now. Total sales and days on market, 12 and 5 respectively. Showings per listing and new listing, 7.9 and 19. Sale price to list price percentage, we saw it at 100.5%. Single family month comparison was at 520,000. Now it's at 490. Price per square foot, we saw a slight decrease from 291 to 263. Coming up on the end, last couple here. This is Truro, but an hour away. Everything you need in Truro. Total sales and days on market, 12 and 22 respectively. 22 total sales, and on market we saw 12 days. So, you know, for its price points, that's sitting for a bit, which is good for buyers. Showings per listing and new listing, 6.7 and 11. Sale price per list price percentage is 98.9%. Single family monthly comparison, we saw it at 269,000. And then the price per square foot, we saw a slight drop from 198 to 192. West End, Halifax. Okay, total sales, days on market. Total sales were 17 days on market, 22. Showings per listing and new listing, we saw showings per listing of 5.6. That seems a little low, but it's cooled down a bit in the West End there. New listings, 14. Sale price to list price percentage, we saw it at 95.5%. And the single family monthly comparison was at 902. Now it's at 655,000. Price per square foot also had a steep decrease from 433 to 391. So that's interesting. West End's at that weird price range where, I'm so sorry about the odds here, but West End is at that weird price range where it's kind of right above where the action is. So the action is like 500,000 and below. And then the West End obviously tends to hover right around sevens. It's interesting to see that seems to be a drop off there. It's to be expected at that high level, where obviously interest rates, you know, there's a condo listed yesterday for 3.65 million, and the mortgage on that, the estimated mortgage is like 24 grand a month. So you can see some people may be looking to put their money elsewhere, but anyways, that's neither here nor there. Total sales and days on market, 18 and 15 respectively. Showings per listing and new listing, 5 and 25. Sale price to list price percentage, 100% even. And then the single family month comparison, we saw it increase about 30 grand to 396,000. Meanwhile, the price per square foot was $227 per square foot. I also filmed a neighborhood spotlight on Windsor there last week. but I'll probably hold on to that and release it in a month or something like that. Anywho, all right, folks. Well, thank you for tuning in once again, my loyal followers who really actually watch this type of content, which is great. Glad you guys get something out of it. And other than that, hope everybody had a great summer. And we will check in with you next week. All right, everybody, have a great day.